Hey guys, Harry Thomas here, and welcome to one of my first top 10 lists. Since I aspire to be a director in Hollywood one day, making great movies, I decided to make my own top 10 list of my 10 favourite directors in Hollywood, the directors who particularly have inspired me to become a filmmaker, and I just admire and love their movies consistently. Now, bearing in mind, we all have our own top 10 favourite directors, so you're all going to have your lists and may disagree with me, but of course this is just my list and the people who have inspired me, and that's the same with every aspiring director. So even if you don't agree, I hope you enjoy this list. So let's begin, guys. We'll start at number 10 and work our way up to number 1. Number 10 on my list is none other than George Lucas, creator of Star Wars himself. I know many of you will disagree with me on this one because everybody hates George Lucas. Now, they always criticise his screenwriting, how he fucked up episode 1 and 2 of the prequels, how he completely ruined and fucked up Indiana Jones with the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Say what you will about his screenwriting, but without George Lucas we wouldn't have one of the greatest cinematic universes and stories ever created, Star Wars. It was all his idea, and you've got to really thank him for that. He created a world full of mythology, legends, and so much originality and fun and darkness and a world that we want to go back to, and characters that are timeless and we will remember forever. He is a landmark director in cinema, and he knows how to make movies grand and epic. Star Wars at the time was the most ambitious, revolutionary film ever made, and nobody believed him that it could be made, but boy, he proved them wrong. And I love directors who go for that, who prove their doubters wrong, who prove they can go that extra mile. So yeah, George Lucas, he may not be the best screenwriter in the world, but he's a damn great filmmaker in my opinion. And for those of you who hate on him just for the Star Wars prequels, at least he got it right with Revenge of the Sith. That's what I'll say. Number 9 on my list would be the director of 2001: A Space Odyssey himself, Stanley Kubrick, a true legend among directors. He is truly ahead of his time. His films look absolutely beautiful. He knew how to shoot a movie, and many of his movies are based on classic books, but they always had a different take on the book. They rightfully made some changes that improved the story rather than detracted from it. And his adaptation of The Shining, while many would argue is not faithful to the book, is one of the great classics of cinema. And what can I say about his classic Spartacus? It's one of the greatest movies ever made, and the main guy in that turned 100 this December, so happy 100th birthday to him. What a legendary actor. And some of you guys might be wondering why he's only at number 9. Well, the reason he isn't higher is because, well, he really doesn't write much story or dialogue into his movies, particularly with 2001: A Space Odyssey, which is an outstanding film. It's a classic that really changed movies forever. It really is. There's lots to love about it. It looks beautiful, but it really lacked story and characters. It's really not much happened in it. If he just got the story and characters a bit better, then he would be higher up, because that's the thing that's most engaging about a film. Great story and great characters and great message. So yeah, Stanley Kubrick, an ambitious, brilliant filmmaker. Number 8 on my list. This may surprise some of you, but there's room for a lady on here. It's not all gents. Jennifer Yu Nelson. Now, she is the director of the highest grossing movie of all time, directed by a woman, Kung Fu Panda 2, and its equally as awesome sequel, Kung Fu Panda 3. Both great movies. Yeah, she really made Kung Fu Panda a legitimately awesome franchise and has given it new respect, and that goes to show how incredible she is as a director to get the Kung Fu Panda series that respected and beloved, and add maturity, emotion and complexity to it. And I hope she continues to make more amazing movies in the future. She's proven she's still got it, and what an achievement to make more money than any other female director. That shows how much people love her. Number 7 is the great Clint Eastwood himself. That's right, the greatest actor in any Western movie ever made, Unforgiven, absolute classic, one of my personal favourites, and he's proven to be a masterful director as well. He directed probably the best movie of 2004, A Million Dollar Baby with Hilary Swank, which was just outstanding. One of the most emotional experiences I've ever had with a film. Oh my gosh, it really stayed with me. Granted, he's had a couple of hit and misses with the Jersey Boys, but what director doesn't? But he made up for that with Sully this year, which is also a great movie. That's the first time him and Tom Hanks have collaborated. I hope they do more. So, yeah, Clint Eastwood, he's really left his mark in Hollywood for over 80 years now, and I hope he continues to make a few more movies in his time. And we love you, Clint. We'll always respect you. We cannot wait to see more. Number 6 on my list is animation legend Don Bluth. Oh my gosh. Don Bluth is one of the greatest animators, if not the greatest, to have ever lived, ever. I mean, he directed some of my all-time favourite childhood movies that impacted me and made me laugh, cry greatly. The Land Before Time and All Dogs Go to Heaven, some of my all-time personal favourites, as he has proven that he could rival Disney in the 80s after he left Disney, although he did work on some Disney productions like The Fox and the Hound, and that clearly shows. But his writing and his style of filmmaking is really dark, really edgy, stuff you wouldn't expect to see in an animated film. And that really works because he respects kids' intelligence. He knows they can handle dark things and know what the world is truly like. In fact, his moral is kids can handle anything as long as you attach a happy ending, which is very true. Kids are going to learn that there are going to be challenges in life. It's never going to be perfect, but as long as you stay strong and make it through, life will have a happy ending. And that's what I applaud him for that. Not many animators or filmmakers today go as far as he does in his writing. So he's 79 now, and he has his own YouTube channel about drawing, which I regularly watch. So yeah, Don Bluth, I love you. You'll always be special to me. Now, these top 5 are absolutely perfect directors and glorious. And number 5 on my list, the greatest female director of all time and ex-wife of James Cameron, Kathryn Bigelow. Yes, she made history by being the first female director ever to win Best Picture. Before that, it was all guys. It was a sausage fest, but she proved everybody wrong. She should inspire more women to direct. And The Hurt Locker itself is a outstandingly made film and deserved every Oscar nomination in the world. Such a shame it didn't make more money at the box office, but anyway, yeah, she is an inspiration to us all. I can see why she's an outstanding director as she is, being the wife of James Cameron. You're gonna be a great director. You're gonna learn a lot from him, as well as have your own great ideas. And she proves that. So yeah, she well deserves to be in the top 5. Number 4 on my list may surprise you, but I love this guy, Nick Park. Nick Park was one of my childhood inspirations when I decided to become a director when I was 10, as he was the one who made the wonderful characters Wallace and Gromit, who I still watch and adore today. I mean, he is just so imaginative, and his writing is just a genius with his comedy and his dark themes, and he has made some of the best claymation films of all time. And he's proven that claymation is an art form, like Chicken Run, Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, some of my personal favourites. And also he made history by being by making the first claymation ever to win Best Animated Feature, which of course is The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, and well deserved. I mean, he has consistently won. He's won like 4 Oscars, maybe even more, for The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, Creature Comforts, The Wrong Trousers, and A Close Shave, and he truly deserves all of them. He certainly inspired me. So yeah, Nick Parker, you're awesome. You deserve more attention. You deserve to be on here. Number 3 on my list is the director of the One Trilogy to Rule Them All, Peter Jackson, the guy who put Middle Earth and New Zealand on the map, and gave us the greatest movie trilogy of all time, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and the Hobbit trilogy, not as great, but I still enjoy those movies. He gave us the awesome 2005 King Kong remake, which I thought was even better than the 1933 film. Please don't hurt me. I've always loved Peter Jackson. He, like Nick Park, is one of those that really inspired me. I've consistently supported him no matter what, and it was very interesting in his early days how he experimented with blood and gore, with Meet the Feebles and Brain Dead, both great movies, bizarre but ambitious and great. He got inspired to make movies because he, like me, saw many movies as a child. He made films with friends about World War II, and when he saw the original King Kong, that inspired him to make big budget movies, and now he is 55 this year, and happy birthday to you, man. I always love your movies. I hope you make more in the future, and always watch and adore the Lord of the Rings trilogy for the rest of my life, and you well deserve to win Best Picture and Best Director for Return of the King, the only fantasy film ever to win Best Picture. What a landmark achievement. So yeah, Peter Jackson, it would be a crime not to put you on the list. Now, number 2 on my list, none of you are surprised to see him here, one of the greatest filmmakers who has ever lived, period, Steven Spielberg. He has become a household name in Hollywood and worldwide. I mean, he has made some of the greatest movies of all time. Jaws, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Jurassic Park, the Indiana Jones trilogy, the War of the Worlds remake, and even if the BFG wasn't one of his best films this year, it's still decent, it's good enough, and Spielberg has not lost his mojo as a director even today. He turned 70 yesterday, and I wish him a very happy birthday and hope he continues to make many more greats in the future. And I forgot to mention, Saving Private Ryan is the best war film ever made. And Hook, one of my childhood favourites. Yeah, Steven Spielberg has been around for many of our childhoods, certainly mine, and he's touched all genres and consistently made great movies. He has never made a bad motion picture in his career, and he's consistently gotten Oscar nominations. Now, any director with that achievement, you'd be crazy not to put him in the top 5 best directors of all time. So he would be number 1, if not for my personal favourite choice. And number 1, the king of the world himself and director of the 2 highest grossing movies of all time, James Cameron. Oh my gosh, this guy has inspired me throughout my entire life. He has never made a bad film, ever. I mean, all the other directors, they had great movies, but they also had some weaker movies. James Cameron never made a weak movie. All of his movies have been consistent masterpieces and 10 out of 10, from Aliens to Terminator 1 and 2 to True Lies, Titanic, and my favourite movie of all time, Avatar. Yeah, what other director has grossed over $2 billion at the box office, and he's consistently gotten Oscar nominations for Best Picture and Best Director, and well deserved. He can do big, epic, intense movies so greatly. He just knows how to make movies and give you that experience and take you on a journey, as well as inspire you. He goes all out. He doesn't have any limitations. He has the best imagination of any director I've ever seen. Yeah, he's my personal favourite. You may agree, you may not, but James Cameron, you're the man. And boy, I have faith that his Avatar cinematic universe with the Avatar sequels that he's currently working on will be phenomenal. Also wanted to add that, like me, James Cameron loves this planet and he's an environmentalist, and the Avatar movies really reflect that well. I love you guys. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this top 10 list. And what are your top 10 favourite directors? Comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow us and on Google+. And I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.